Angels Care Home Health, serving Haze and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
They're polite. I mean, they just take the time for you.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
I like the Angels for what they've done for me.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching. Thanks as always to the producer and editor of our series, Jeff Durall. We're at the Haze Community Theater, 118 East 11th in Haze, with our Community Connection, Cheryl Glassman, who is the director for this year's Christmas Spectacular, which we'll talk a little bit more about with Cheryl here in just a few minutes. Cheryl, by the way, if you want to catch up with her, is now a registered nurse in residence at Haze Med. And also, we just had the experience once again of her portrayal of Catherine the Great during this year's Oktoberfest. Let's start with that. How did that come about, Cheryl?
Well, the Volga German Society had asked me to portray Catherine a few years ago for one of the anniversaries regarding her manifesto. So I thought about it a while, did some researched online, researched down at the Historical Society, and read some books about Catherine and decided she was quite the character and I would give it a go. So that's how it all started.
What stood out with the history of Catherine for you?
Her understanding that it's okay to face adversity and to look past who you are to begin with and become who you're supposed to be in the future.
And the remarkable approach, your demeanor on stage is just perfect. And the costume, the clothing involved.
Well, I also researched her wardrobe and all of the things that she was all about. She was extremely about wardrobe in that event of her life. So I went to Kansas City and went to a costume shop there, spent some time going through perusing all of their costumes, and they had a few that they actually would sell. So I purchased the costume knowing I probably wouldn't do that character just one time. So it is my costume. It stays in my closet and takes up quite a bit of space with the big hoop skirt, but that's okay.
And comes out once a year,
That's
right?
right.
Let's talk about the Halloween program, which is developed through the Haze Community Theater here on East 11th. We're on the stage, by the way. This is an area that Cheryl is very familiar with, being on stage. You're part of the selection committee of the Haze Community Theater. Tell us about the Haunted Haze, Haze City Historic Tours event this year, Cheryl.
Well, I know that they've had them in the past, and this is my first year to be involved. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be playing a Volga German woman, and I will be stationed in front of the Historical Society. And it is a walking tour. It's about an hour-long tour. It starts at this facility here, and there are tour guides that take you along the path and explain to you different things that are going to be happening and maybe some people that you'll see along the way. Tour guides include Kate Coffey, Cy Goddard, different people from the past. So it's a pretty exciting event.
I was wondering, as you were telling me your character, are you alive or are you deceased in this?
Well, it depends on how you want to portray your character. The ink plots who wrote the script give you a little bit of license, so you can decide how you would like to portray your character.
One of your people that help out in this particular area is actually developing Pam Grizel, right?
Right. She's very instrumental in the haunted tours and several other events that are held at this building and throughout the community. So lots of work going into that. She's been in contact with us for quite a while, discussing how we're going to get together, different things we need to do, props, costumes, that kind of thing.
What's the cost?
Cost is $10. And for the tour that you get and the information that is presented, it's a very good way to spend the time right before Halloween, getting prepared for Halloween and all the spooky people that might be out and about.
Who's participating? How many cast members would you say in total?
Well, I'd say I'd say close to maybe 30 people. There are people that are going to be in gunfights, some saloon girls, Rattlesnake Pete, Wild Bill will be in a couple of spots. So I'm just a really exciting event that I'm excited to be a part of, so yeah.
And for further information, they can go to that Haze Community Theater website.
Correct, yes, and you can purchase tickets through the website and be ready to go when you get here, because it'll be fun.
What about age appropriateness? Parents like to know.
Probably, it's not suited for young people. If you have heart conditions, things like that, there will be gunshots, there will be screaming here and there, might encounter a few dead bodies along the way. So you just need to be prepared for that.
Okay. And the event will be on several evenings?
Several evenings, yes. October 27th through the 30th. It starts at 7 o'clock at night, and the tours begin here, and they run about every 15 minutes and go till about 10:30 at night.
Are they reserved, or can you just come and show up?
I believe you can come and show up.
Okay.
But it's suggested to get your tickets in advance. I know the first night they have over 100 tickets sold.
Wow.
So it would be a good idea to get your tickets ahead of time.
That website is hctkansas.com. And the community theater is also going to put together a murder mystery.
Right. Those dates are November 17, 18, 19, and December 15, 16, and 17. And this program will also include a dinner, an Italian dinner with some cocktails and things like that. And it's suggested that you might think about having your Christmas party with your group from work or something like that. So when you call in and reserve your tickets, they ask you if you're a male or a female, because you will also receive an alias and be part of the program.
You actually become a part of the mystery theater.
That's right.
All right, now the next thing on her agenda is the Christmas Spectacular. Cheryl Glassman, our Community Connection, is director of this year's Christmas Spectacular. All right, let's begin with when, where, and who's involved in this, Cheryl?
Well, the Christmas Spectacular will take place December 2nd and 3rd at 7 o'clock at night, and December the 4th at 2 o'clock, a matinee. It takes place at 12th Street Auditorium. And there are people from all over the community and also from different areas close to here and not so close, Quinter, Waukene, Plainville, La Crosse, that are in the cast, about 45 people in the cast.
And what can we experience? What will we see?
A Christmas Spectacular. Many, many different scenes, songs, and dialogue, all kinds of things from shows that you remember from your past and things that might surprise you from the future.
A little bit of everything for all ages.
Correct. I am very excited about some of the characters involved. Many talented young people from our community and older folks as well. It's a wonderful group of people who have come together to put this on.
You told me that you were amazed by the quality of the talent of the youngsters who are going to be participating.
It truly is something to see. They put forth so much effort and are so excited, and they learn things quickly. We have dancers, singers, we have people doing dialogue. It's quite something to watch. So.
The idea for the event actually came from a family member.
Right, my daughter, Sarah, has been in New York now for 10 years. She directs some shows there, has been on some things with Broadway. And we talked about the idea that the Rockettes have a Christmas show every year, a Christmas spectacular of sorts, and so that's where the name came from. I presented it to the board, and they thought that'd be a great way to go.
And we understand that this is becoming very popular. I guess Wichita is doing it.
Right, Wichita has a similar program that they'll be doing this year as well.
It not only gives a chance for families to enjoy special events of the Christmas season, but as you outline the parts of the event, there's going to be something for everybody here.
Definitely, definitely. And I think it's really good to see some of the things like the Charlie Brown Christmas sequence that we're doing, the Rudolph sequence. So the cartoon characters will be coming to life on stage, as well as people from like Christmas Carol, Scrooge will be there, all kinds of different things, dance scenes from the Nutcracker. We've tried to include so many different things so people can really, really enjoy the true meaning of Christmas. And then we end with a living nativity. So quite an adventure through the Christmas time.
A lot of music, dancing.
Lots of music, yeah. all kinds of things.
You start with the basic of Irving Berlin's White Christmas, and you move clear into Disney's Frozen.
Sure, yes. And I believe that that's important because we do have all genres experienced as well for all ages of people, and it makes it a lot more exciting, I think.
Well, how does a director bring all of this together?
Well, your brain starts to spin, and pretty soon you just start writing it down, and it comes together, and it looks pretty good at this point, so I'm excited.
Once again, tell us the days and the times, if you would.
It's December 2nd and 3rd at 7 o'clock, and then December 4th at 2 o'clock, and it once again is at 12th Street Auditorium, which will be a wonderful venue for this show. I'm very excited about that as well.
And the idea for the Christmas Spectacular, because in the past we've seen Christmas shows with one theme or one production, if you will. This is going to be a little bit of everything.
It definitely will be. And for rehearsals, we have people coming in to do their different scenes. We've got some dialogue people are memorizing, songs they're memorizing. And it's going to be a very full evening of information and Christmas things for people to watch. But I don't think anyone will go away not feeling very good about Christmas.
How long would you say the production is for those parents who want to bring the little ones?
Well, with our intermission, which we'll have in between, it would probably last no longer than 2.5 hours. So
Okay.
that includes the intermission. And we're also going to ask people to bring canned goods to donate to the Community Assistance Center. And then the second act begins with a bit of a thank you to our servicemen and women. It's kind of going back to the old days with Bob Hope.
Oh, yeah.
And his shows.
Sure, those Christmas tours
The
that Hope
USO
did for
shows,
years
yeah.
and years.
So
yeah.
we'll be starting with something like that. So whatever we can do to create the ambiance of Christmas for people, I think it's kind of an interesting world right now, and it's very important to me for people to be able to just sit back and relax and enjoy what Christmas really should be all about.
And maybe forget about some of those outside troubles
That's
that
right,
might be
right.
plaguing us.
Family and friends are the most important part of life, and this is going to be something that will bring those together.
Where do we find out about tickets then?
Tickets will be available on the website, which you've mentioned before, which is hctks.com. And you can go to that website to kind of peruse and see the upcoming events. And if there are any questions you have, there's also a phone number listed there as well. So any questions can be directed to those folks there.
And
the
you
board.
can get advance tickets if you want. Will
Sure.
they be available at the door, you think?
Yes, they'll be available at the door as well. And advance tickets will be available soon.
Okay. But I would bet that getting those tickets early would be a benefit because it sounds like it's going to attract a lot of people.
Well, we hope so. It's a great, great way to celebrate the season, truly.
Haze Community Theater presents a Christmas Spectacular, produced by Cheryl Glassman, who is the director of the event, including everything from Polar Express to the Nutcracker to A Christmas Carol, to How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Rudolph, Anastasia, Frozen, White Christmas, and more, she says. Indeed. Show dates are December 2nd and 3rd, 7 p.m., December 4th at 2 p.m., 12th Street Auditorium. That website address for tickets or information of any of the events of the Haze Community Theater, hctkansas or ks.com. Cheryl Glassman, a real treat, as always, to visit.
Great to see you.
Our community connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Haze and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the angel care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.